All right, hold the line. I just want to show you something really interesting here. This is my revenue in September um, for my SaaS. If you're not familiar, watch some of my other videos. Get caught up on the lore. Um, and so this is my main analytics tool, and then I also have a few utility apps on the HighLevel marketplace. HighLevel rep the set, on the HighLevel marketplace that also do like 8K a month. So September 1st to 30th, that's $17,000, 15,000 in net volume. Now, if we go to October, so this was last month, that went down to 15,000. Wait, actually, it might have been the same. But then if we go to November, actually, let's just go November 20th to October 20th. So the last month, $11,000. So it's gone down by whatever percent that is, $4,000 a month. Um, and you might look at this and you might go, wow. And by the way, look at this, dude, $2,000, $2,300 in failed payments. And you might look at this and you might go, your business is shrinking, dude. You're a fucking idiot. And I was just looking at this a few minutes ago and I was going, my business is shrinking. I'm a fucking idiot. But then I remembered something. And it's that about a month ago, honestly, I was kind of making this decision through September and October. And eventually I decided, all right, churn is too high. Honestly, I get fucking customers canceling like it feels like every day. It's not every day, but it feels like that. And the product just isn't there yet. It's like it was great to get up to, my peak month well, so you can see this is actually this is kind of it's a little bit personal, but basically in February I think I started Streamlined, so I collected like $500 in deposits, and this was inheritance. I'm incredibly lucky, and my grandparents died. Rip. Just kidding. That's fucked up, dude. I like my grandparents. But then this was the revenue, and it grew up to October where I did $26,000, and then in November it went down again to $15,000. So, I mean, yeah, November's not over yet, but yeah, it's gone down a lot. And honestly, like it was great to grow quickly and be like, wow, like the first business. Not my first business, but this is my first business that has actually, worked. And it was like great to grow. But what I was trying to do was grow the business, like have sales calls and onboard people and do support and do this whole thing. And then also try to work on the product. And so typically most mornings I would get like 1 or 2 hours of work on the product in. Then I'd have sales calls and customer support and answering emails and the whole fucking thing. And I really made like no progress. Like it honestly just feels like you're treading water when you only have 2 hours a day to work on the product. And so I decided I'm just going to shut off customer acquisition. Now, if you go to my website, you literally cannot book a call here. So you go book a call and there's just no availability. You can look all you want. There's no availability. You can send me a message. Some people do. But I'm just not taking sales calls right now. I'm just not onboarding customers right now. It's because I've realized the product just isn't there yet. I can onboard people. I can sell them like crazy. The promise is good, but I just can't retain them. And the product's just not there yet. And it's really hard, especially now. It's fucking, you can't tell really, but it is actually like pitch black outside. It's 8 p.m. Look, it gets fucking dark at like goddamn 2 p.m., dude. Like 5 p.m., I think. Not actually 2. But it gets dark as shit here. And it's so depressing. It's like, now I realize that living in the Northern Hemisphere, or I suppose the Southern Hemisphere, in fact, it's nice because in the summer or the winter, I suppose, whatever. In the Northern Hemisphere, the summers are nice because the days are really long. It's light till like fucking 10 p.m. Whereas the winters, you get the inverse, and it gets dark at 5. And at 5 p.m., I've worked from like 8 a.m. until 5 with like a short lunch break. And I'm like, literally, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to do anything. I just want to I want to not exist until tomorrow morning, which is like kind of a fucked up thing to think. Because I just start overthinking everything. And I wanted to explain like some of the now, fucking what, 8 minutes, 5 minutes into the video, I'm going to start talking about the actual purpose of this video. But basically, there's a few things that I think are really important when you're building a SaaS. And the first one really is this like patience that you need because, I made this decision like a month or 2 months ago. I was like, all right, I'm going to go all in on the product. I'm not even going to talk to new customers. I don't even check my email till like fucking 5 p.m., which is kind of bad because people will message me and be like, hey, this is broken. I need help. And I don't reply for like a day, which, sorry if you're my customer, but I'm really trying to make this product better. And it just sucks. Like every day, literally today, like all I got done was this right here, this piece, just these two lines here. And of course you can select like different things, but these are just filters in like a tiny piece of a fucking component, which is like a tiny piece of the overall dashboard. And it's just like every day I make like a tiny amount of progress and it just feels like so slow. Like literally this project, let's see, when did I start it? So initial planning, this first task was October 19th. It's been over a month now. I spent 166 hours. So I guess about 40 hours a week, but this is like actual like focus time. This is not just like being at my desk or whatever. This is like I'm actually working on it. So 166 hours into this project, it's going to probably be like 250 by the time I'm done with it. And I mean, it's just like, you just have to be so fucking patient because this is like one piece of the puzzle. This won't even solve the retention issues. This is one piece of the puzzle. And then we have two other gigantic pieces that need to be done. And then we need the whole like onboarding system to be worked over again. And then a new website. And then we'll be ready to bring on new customers. And it's just like the patience required is fucking insane. And it's just compounded when it's fucking dark out and you get like, I don't want to say depressed because I wouldn't say I get depressed, but I just get like angry where I'm just like, fuck, like this is taking so goddamn long. I have so much shit going on. I don't even have that much shit going on. I think the problem is when you're doing complex work that has like a lot of implications and you're trying to juggle the whole thing, like if you're just fixing bugs, that's not hard. It's fun to fix bugs. It's satisfying. Building a feature like this is not fun or satisfying. The initial part is definitely fun. If you vibe coded, you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. But once you get really into the weeds and you're like doing like very small changes to make very small progress, it is so fucking hard. And I think that's why they say like SaaS is like I heard a story about a CRM for real estate agents that the founder spent like 5 years and now it does like 40 mil a year. It's like a fucking huge business that you've probably never heard of. But it took like 5 years to get to that point. Like that's just, SaaS is just slow. You just have to be patient, I guess maybe there's like arguments against that. You look at fucking, not Tailwind, but Windsurf or like Cursor, all these AI wrappers. And sure, like they, but they're really they're leveraging an underlying technology. I'm basically building up my own technology layer. And AI is kind of a small part of this whole stack. And so, yeah, I think you really, really have to be patient, it's just, that part's very hard. Now, I want to talk about something else, which is basically, so we can see, I made $15,000 in business revenue. 8,750 of that was from HighLevel, which is actually a payment for my apps, my utility apps on HighLevel. If you don't know what they are, just look it up. But basically, these are very basic apps, like very, very basic. And they make way more profit than my entire app. Like my entire app, literally I did, so okay, this is like completely fucked up. So if we look at October, I did $15,000 in revenue. I also, that month, so $15,000 is counting usage revenue, which I think I spent $2,000 or $3,000 Actually, we can look. So I spent $2,600 on AI, and then I spent 6,000. So let's see. So, and actually this charge will be this month. So for October, I spent $6,000 on this one fucking Fivetran service that I use for my app. And then we also had, what is this? $700 for trigger.dev, $700 for my database. And it's just like so expensive to run this main app. This main app, I mean, look, like for this, we did 6,000, we had $6,000 in expenses. I mean, technically this is for the last month. So 6,000, why is it not showing these expenses here? Maybe it's free this month. I don't know. But basically, yeah. So I spent a shit ton of money, $7,000 on infrastructure. And then so this app literally makes less profit than my utility apps, which took me like my utility apps probably in total, end to end. And keep in mind, like publishing apps takes way longer than actually building it. Probably took me like 2 weeks. And they to this point, they still make way more money, way more profit than this main kind of analytics tool that I spent probably 1,000 hours on easily so far. And it's just demoralizing to see like maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. But then I have to remember that like I made the right decision. I know that this app is the thing that'll have a moat, that'll be able to scale to 100, 300, $500,000 a month. This is the thing that can scale. The 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 hard part is just like I don't know, dude. I think it's when you work really hard during the day, you don't even feel like you're working that hard. Because I have caffeine and use these and don't use these, by the way, if you're not already using them. But use caffeine. I highly recommend caffeine. It doesn't feel that hard, but you're very focused, and then towards the end of the day, your brain just doesn't work anymore, and I think you just start overthinking everything, and that's where it gets really hard. It's not about learning how to code and doing this, being able to like build this thing and learn marketing and sell. That stuff, that's just skills. You just acquire skills. You could literally like fall asleep and you'd still acquire skills. It's not hard. You just fucking learn and read shit and practice it. The hard part is the emotional resilience and regulation. That is the hard part. That's where you need to stay the fucking line. Stay the line, because you can make a decision and then you just have to stick with it. You can make a decision, and that's why you want to actually make your decisions properly. But once you've made your decision, you need to stay the line. Unless after careful deliberation you've realized it was the wrong decision. But I think in a lot of cases, you'll just get in an emotional spiral. Like when I have customers canceling, and when I look at my revenue and it's much lower than it was the month before, I know why that is. I know I expected this to happen. I literally told myself customers are going to cancel, revenue is going to go down, and it's going to hurt. And now that exact thing that I prophesized is happening, and it fucking hurts. And it's way worse than I thought it would be. So, anyways, I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, I guess. Like, I've made videos going like, oh, I make 30K a month. But yeah, I guess it's not all sunshine and rainbows. But you acclimate pretty quickly. You kind of go like, okay, 30K a month, like 100K a month is what we need. And really, that's the pivot. Is like, if I wanted this to make 30K a month, I could do that. Would it make 30K a month? Absolutely. I could sell people at 30K, get up to 30K a month, stay there, it'd be fine. But it would kind of suck because churn sucks. Like, no matter how you cut it, it just sucks. Losing customers, it hurts. At least it hurts me. I'm probably more of an emotional person than the best entrepreneurs out there. And so when I see a customer churn, it isn't like my brain doesn't just go beep boop beep boop. Okay, customer churn, go get new customer. I go, fuck, I suck, dude. So I don't know. It's a personal thing. It's a emotional thing. but I think that's what a lot of entrepreneurship is. And yeah, no matter what you're doing, you just got to fucking stay the line. I spent 3 years eating dog shit off the ground. Not actually, not literally. That's a metaphor for just sucking at business. And I had dropped out of college like a few years ago. Not a few, well, actually a few years ago. I dropped out of college after 2 years. And I went, you know what? This shit isn't for me. I'm going to do entrepreneurship. And probably if I could say one thing that I've done really well throughout my career is kind of holding the line, you know? Because when I make a decision, I oftentimes don't go back on it. I mean, sometimes I do, right? But I think for the important things, when I make a decision, I go, all right, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna make it work as long as I, until beyond reasonable doubt, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So I will, the businesses I've done, I've stuck with it, but it fucking sucked. Like for 3 years, I was just eating dog shit, and it was terrible. And I don't know. I'm still eating fucking dog shit, dude. And it tastes like shit, you know? Dog shit tastes bad. So, anyways, hopefully this video has been mildly helpful. I don't really know. Honestly, I haven't made a video in a long time. So I was like, all right, I should make a video. And I wanted to vent. And, I mean, no one who's a prospect of my company is still watching. But in case you are a prospect of Streamlined and you are watching, that's why I've been so quiet recently, because I get to the end of the day. Fuck. Shit, my computer went to sleep. It's fine though. I get to the end of the day and I'm just like, today's like kind of an outlier. I just have this angry energy. But usually I get to the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I need to go to sleep. But it's fucking 8 p.m. It's dark out, but I can't go to sleep. This is bullshit, dude. Never move up to the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere is probably fine. Northern hemisphere sucks balls, dude. Winter is terrible. And it's cold out. Imagine that. At least it's not raining. How about that, dude? Look at me go. Positive thinking. Anyways, that's why I haven't made videos. And that's why it feels like Streamlined is going nowhere. Because I think sometimes you just have to let the small bad things happen so you can focus on the big good things. Because, that's what I was doing for a while, is I was just selling and trying to work on the product at the same time. But it was very slow progress. And now, to build a good, big feature, it just takes a lot of work, no matter how you cut it. And guess what? You can't vibe code this product. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother topic, but there's no way out of it, you know? I think it was like a few days or like a week ago, I'm building out this kind of visual query editor, similar to what you find in Notion, you know? So we can add filters here and it looks nice, whatever. Why did that fail? Is my server down? Oh, that's why. No. That is why. Okay, good. But yeah, so you can something like this is pretty complicated when it comes to state management, because you basically have to sync this state all the way back up through its parent components up to the main parent, validate it, and then make sure that everything is valid. And it's just super complicated to do that. And I was like, oh, I could just write a query language. If you go to Axiom, let's see, if I go to Axiom, So if we go to my logging tool, which I highly recommend Axiom. So what we can do is we can write this language where attributes.custom contains an ID that we're searching for, and attributes.custom between whatever time the attributes. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not typing anything here, but you can type your a language. And I was like, oh, that would be so much easier. But then I asked ChatGPT about it, and it was like, no, like this is like way fucking harder. I was like, fuck. So your brain, I don't know, your brain just tries to find ways out of it. But I think what's important is sometimes we just get emotional. I'll speak for myself here. Sometimes I get emotional, especially in the evenings, and I'm like, fuck, I just need to, nothing's working. But you just need to hold the line, you know? Keep moving the line forward. Just don't even keep move the line forward, dude. Just hold the fucking line and you'll get there eventually. I think you just have to remember that, you know? Easier said than done. I'll admit, I'll be the first to admit that. Easier said than done, but that is the job that needs to be done. That is the job of entrepreneurship. So, anyway, thanks for watching the video. I will not be making another video tomorrow. Probably not. Because honestly, I just get to the end of the day, I'm just fucking pooped. And I really don't have anything to talk about. When you're literally thinking about like using like complex state management and like doing all this shit, it's like, I have nothing to offer to you. All right. Except for maybe this video. But in general, I have nothing to offer you, you know? Although I did get this Apple Watch. And I stopped using my phone almost entirely. I probably picked up my phone a grand total of 5 minutes in the last like 3 days. Pretty fucking crazy. Because I just use my Apple Watch. I can like, when I go to the gym, I listen to a podcast. And when I eat or when I like go make coffee or do something or go to the bathroom, I do nothing. I don't listen to anything. I'm trying to like get some of my fucking attention span back because I think I really wrecked it by like watching YouTube whenever I wasn't working. And my sleep has been insane because I get in bed without my phone. It's actually insane. I highly recommend, if you want, I will make a video about the Apple Watch because I'm like, look, the Apple Watch is honestly, it's badass, right? It's fucking cool. But yeah, I think what's even cooler is kind of just moving away from using your phone constantly. That's whatever. That's a topic for another time. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I will catch you later.